YouTube, what it do? I'm back. It's your friendly neighborhood play partner, Chip the Hustler. Guess what? We about to react. Well, I ain't gonna say react. We about to watch this game film from yesterday. I actually watched it live, but we gonna watch it today with the playback speed a little bit faster. Man, we gonna watch Shedeur and Deshaun play the Bills. I overall, man, yesterday watching Shadeur's performance, I'm gonna have to give it A plus. Um, I'm gonna have to give Deshaun's I'm gonna give his performance a F, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't and look, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you, man. I just love good football. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I do like Shador. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I'll follow him. I'm rooting for him. You know what I'm saying? But it's always best man win, and I think Shador is the best man for this role. But anyways, man, hey, welcome to After the Whistle. So let's go ahead and go. You know what I'm saying? You know the channel is Chip the Hustle, but this is my playlist series After the Whistle where we react to all our, football games and whatnot. So we're going to get to it. If it's your first time stopping through, drop a like, subscribe, maybe a comment, let us know. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm under the weather. I'm beating this cold, so bear with me. You know what I mean? But let's go ahead and let's see what's cracking.
Tries to wrap him up, but Davis keeps rolling for a gain of 8.
Sheets.
Yep. It's Cleveland. Wait 5 minutes. There's a handoff to Davis, who gets upended nice.
I feel like the corners was coming up a lot better. I know I think the Browns second team defense was in there. And they basically second team offense. They had a couple like receivers that normally run with the ones out there, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, I think for some reason I felt like they were saying that Shador played with some of the against some of the Bills starting defenders. Not all, but some. I don't know.
Nicely by Coates. Allen, play fake, looking downfield, and he connects.
That was cover two. You can see because that hole right there. Let's see. They still running that base 4-3, and they got Emmanuel McNeil Warren in the box. You know what I'm saying? Because they got this what is this? 12 personnel. They got 12 personnel in. So yeah, it look like they gonna run. So they got they bringing people down, but they got this cover two, disguise cover two to figure out.
Allen, play fake, looking downfield,
You see it?
and he connects with Trent Sher.
Hold on. No, it wasn't cover two.
By Coates. Allen,
Cover three.
play fake, looking downfield, and he connects with Trent Sherfield.
Yeah, cover three.
The veteran receiver gets it into Cleveland territory. Ray Davis in the back.
Look like damn man. They got 11 personnel.
Field, the lone back, and a play fake to him. Browns with some pressure, a throw down the field, and a connection. And a first down. That is Sherfield as he beat Donovan McMillan on the coverage.
Okay, they got 21 personnel in. Let me see. Nah, hell nah. They got 22 personnel in. This shit is crazy. Who is that Jamori Mack? Jamori Mack will play at Kentucky. And niggas my bad, y'all. Jamori Mack will play at Kentucky. He's a great receiver. Good route runner, bro. Good route runner. He caught a pass later on in this game.
Handoff to Davis, sidesteps a tackler.
Dog, you gotta make that. You have to make that tackle, Jack. That's very imperative, bro. Like you you gotta make that tackle.
And a first down. That is Sherfield as he beat Donovan McMillan on the coverage.
Bro, look at this. What is that? 68, 98? Might be 98. Dog, you in the backfield. You gotta get on him. That's you all day tackle for loss, but instead he get a good 5-6 yard gain.
Handoff to Davis, sidesteps a tackler, spins inside the 20.
You gotta make them, bro.
3rd and goal for the Bills. They're gonna try it again. Davis, and he finally pushes.
I ain't gonna lie, before this, I know they just showing like highlights and key plays, but they damn near had almost a 3 and out right here. Hey, bend but don't break. The defense was standing real tall right here. I ain't gonna lie, the first drive, they had, I guess, like I said, I know they was probably rotating the twos and threes in. The Browns was, but I will say that they stood tall and they was really holding their own. But you could tell they run a lot of zone, a lot of base coverages again because they they run they run they run a lot of base coverages because it's preseason. You don't want to throw too much of these people. You don't want to give away your defensive scheme, but also you got young guys in there that's trying to make the team, so you don't want to confuse them too much. Although yeah, it's pro. You feel me? It's pro ball, so you got to get in there and be able to be adapt, but you also don't want to throw too much at them and be a disadvantage. We all understand how the NFL business is. It's professional. It's the highest level, so you should be able to catch on. But camp ain't that long. Camp ain't that long. You got people coming in. People gonna get traded, cut, all this other jazz. So it's like, bruh, you got to really understand, like, hey. You can't overcomplicate stuff, especially when you got a new defensive coordinator and you got a new head coach, and y'all installing these offense and defenses, bro. It's a lot, you know what I'm saying? But the thing is you want to be able to develop your young guys. That's the main thing in anything, you know what I'm saying? Development is what's gonna help you succeed. And I think that's really like now what's kind of hurt a lot of teams because you see other teams with quick and easy success because I mean things just tend to happen for certain teams and certain people. That's just how world works. That's just how the universe. That's how God works, man. You drop stuff on you, and when it's your time. You know what I'm saying? And other teams like to follow suit. They want the microwave, but really football is a game of time and patience. You got to be able to cultivate your team and your youngins because that's how you develop people. That's what we seen with Shedeur last year. So that's why when you see these a lot of these teams playing it, putting in these base packages, they running their base defense. Once we start getting to everything else, you start to get the play. They probably already got playbooks, people that's gonna make the team, but you gotta slowly bring them along because like when you turn two, you wasn't running, you was walking, barely getting balance. It's the same concept, and I think that's what the game is getting away from. And so it's good to have old school coaches to slow it down. You know what I'm saying? Slow it down. It's also good too when the front office is in cahoots with, you know, your coaching staff because when they in the cahoots, bro, shit all becomes extremely seamless.
His way into the end zone, so the third time is indeed a charm for the Bills. As they conclude the longest drive in NFL history, it took them an hour and 9 minutes to move down the field.
That was cap, and I mean I know this was a little joke. This was a joke because they had that rain delay, but yeah.
Marched 75 yards in 9 plays in just under 5.5 minutes. It'll be Corley from the 4. Across the 25, the 30, and to the 35, and here comes Shedeur Sanders. Rocket Sanders is
They got 3 receivers out once, so that's 10 personnel.
the running back to start things off. Sanders in the shotgun, looking left, throwing, completing to Isaiah Bond, who gets pushed.
That was a good ass dot. That's a good completion, good read. You know what I'm saying? It was you already knew, you already could tell like once he analyzed defense, he knew where he wanted to go. You know what I'm saying? My biggest take, I'll tell you, that what I would take away from uh the Browns offense was the fact that they could not get the run game going. And this just was another complaint last game too. But you got to be able to get that run game going to open up the pass because then you put a lot of pressure on your quarterback to make these plays. And I think, I mean, we do understand that the starting offensive line wasn't in there, so that could be a good. I mean, that could be an indicator of why. And then 72 was getting his butt whooped the entire day. You know what I'm saying? You will see in these highlights, bruh getting whooped. But that's the biggest thing that I noticed was they wasn't able to get their run in. But the starters wasn't in, so maybe that's something to do with it. But I hope and I pray that once the season start, they can establish a run game. Because if they establish the run game, it's gonna open up a lot of stuff downfield.
A couple yards shy of the first.
Especially when it's cold, bro. Once it start getting cold, like in them colder months, like November, December, you got to be able to run the football.
First down. That is Bond in motion, and it is Raheem Sanders up the middle, finds some room, and he somersaults into Bills territory.
So like with Raheem, I know it's a counter, right? Look at 72 getting his ass.
This is something the Browns.
Boy, 72 be getting toasted every bruh. They need old linemen, so I know they're not gonna cut him, but bruh, dude is he hard to deal with. Like I be watching cut, I be like, damn. But I say all this to say, bruh, I feel like with Raheem, I like that he was good at Arkansas. He's a power back, but for what I like to see, how I like to see the ball ran, bro, he just not shifty enough for me. He gonna run, he gonna get downhill, and he gonna do what he gotta do. You need a back like that, and I guess he gotta run because he's with the twos and threes, right? He gonna get most of the touches. Get his feet wet and warm up. But I like to see somebody shifty back there, somebody that can get downhill, but also know how to read the hole, make the right jump cuts, cuts, got good vision, and then on top of that, just real shifty because once you get to that second level, you got to or you see it, you got so big and you got so much momentum that you can't really, you know, cause he just not agile to like this right here when he ran that, bro, he should have been on it. Quick little hurdle.
That is Bond
Check
in
this
motion, and it is Raheem.
right here. That's DeMar Hamlin, bro. Instead of like this is me, like me thinking, bro. Because I played running back, I played receiver, I played kick return, punt return, safety corner, and in college I played safety corner, and I returned punts and kicks. Now him being how big he is, and DeMar Hamlin being his size, he not finna hit you head up, bro. DeMar Hamlin is playing safety. He not finna fit with you right now, bro. Y'all not going. He going for them legs. Cuz just trying to get yards. You know what I'm saying? He like, man, but right now I would have had it in my mind, and and it's really nowhere for you to go because your lineman part of the seat for you. But I know he finna go at them knees. He should have been ready. And he probably wouldn't have went for the whole 50 piece, but he would have got hawked down. But he probably would have caught an extra 20 after this. Look,
Sanders up.
told you. He going for that knee ski. He could have instantly gone, yank, 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 yank. You know what I'm saying? But he just like I said, bro, he just so heavy, bro, and just he run downhill that he was gonna make Cub pay. Cub wasn't finna take that. You already know Cub wasn't taking that.
The middle finds some room, and he somersaults into Bills territory. This is something the Browns were able to do during.
See? Mar Hamlin didn't want that smoke, bro. He could have. You see, Saquon would have hopped over that nigga. Isaiah Pacheco, Pacheco probably would try to run his ass over. Jameer Gibbs would have, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, bro, I like them type of like, yeah, they gonna get downhill, but they also gonna they can recognize and they can get a little shifty and get real freaky real quick.
Thursday joint practice, Joe.
He could have got through there.
And this is something that you like Todd Monken.
He didn't even get hit. He tried to he did again. He's so big that he just tried to nah, bro. You should have hit that, you know what I'm saying, box jump over his ass. That's why we do plyometrics. Quick look, get down, then get back to the ground. Cause of course when your feet off the ground, it's bad business. Somebody gonna come and plant you. But yeah, I feel like he should have just quick little box jump, but he wanted to leap over. I feel him, but I like little shifty people.
He's got receivers going in both directions.
I dare you to let me build you a completely free e-commerce store.
Handoff to Raheem Sanders. Finds a little space. Gets down to the 42-yard line.
So he did what he was supposed to do right there.
Shedeur's going to throw it. Plenty of time. Throws downfield. Hits one hard inside the 30.
See, that's the thing about Shedeur, bro. Like last year, bro, he was gonna retreat, cuz he was gonna run back. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what he was kind of used to do. He was used to doing in Colorado because he didn't really have the O line. He had to make something out of nothing. what I'm saying? And that's the thing where like in college you can get away with it. You know, so make you a playmaker, X factor. Johnny Manziel used to do the same shit. You can't do that in the pros. And the fact that he trusting his own line and they stepping up, they stepping up. You know what I'm saying? Of course, some people losing in certain places, like losing battles. But Shedeur is smart enough to, and he comfortable enough to stay in the pocket and move, and he can kind of, he can see out his peripherals and still make his progression and his reads. That's what you want to see, bro. Yeah, I like it. I mean, you gotta respect this game. You gotta respect his growth too.
Shedeur's going to throw it.
Look at him. He up. He looking. He going through his progression. Nah, that's covered. That's covered. That's covered. Then he step up.
Plenty of time. Throws
Yes, sir. That's a dot, cuz. Accurate as hell.
downfield. Hits right hard inside the 30. Flips on over.
See, I told you that's another thing, bro. You gotta remember these corners don't be really wanting to. These niggas is huge, bro. Most of these corners like my size, 5'10", 200. 5'9", 5'10", 5'11", 6 foot, 200, 205, 180, 190. You know what I'm saying? So you hear me? You see bro coming around, bro like 6'3", 6'4", 250, 230. I already got some steam coming out. You're not finna take that head up. Some people will. Some people crazy enough too. But I mean, bro, nah, we're gonna take them thighs out. He gonna flip over on his head and just, hey, we gonna get up. It's not enough. It's not a lot of impact. You can really get away with that. I used to do that.
Throws downfield. Hits right hard.
Look, right there, we not taking that. He ain't even. You gotta think, Cuz already got momentum over here. Buddy out here, he getting blocked. He coming out, man. I just gotta take this little. Really, DeMar Hamlin really supposed to come clean something up right now. He the safety. He filling the alley. I got. You know what I'm saying?
Inside the 30. Flips on over.
He was there though.
Inside the 25. Great protection by the line and a nice throw by Shedeur.
Let's see 72 get his ass.
We talked about protection being the key
Nah, 72 held his own this time. I ain't mad at him.
for this game because we want to see these guys having a clear pocket for Shedeur.
And that's another thing too. Oh damn. That's another thing, bro. That's another thing too. Like you being a quarterback, you got to be able to get that ball out your hand fast enough so if like some of your old linemen probably can't. Some old linemen getting whooped or get whooped faster than others. You got to know, all right, bet I gotta go through my reads a little quicker. I gotta see this. I gotta read. I gotta get smarter on my end to help them out. Just like they gotta help me out. We all gotta help each other out. We a team, so yeah.
Sanders, so he can stand in there right like he does in that play. He just shifts a little bit to his right, comes all the way to the.
Amani Marshall, who's fighting
Where we at? Okay. We got 11 personnel in.
it out with Sanders for the third running back role in the game and getting.
See, look, 72 getting his ass smoked. My bad, y'all. You gotta know that. Look, cuz he already.
Amani Marshall, who's fighting it out with Sanders for the third running back role in the game and getting the screen set up nicely inside the 20, the 15, and down to the 10. Another fresh set of downs for the Browns. Has an advantage over Raheem Sanders, who was checked back into the game. He's going to get the ball. Nice cut back inside the 10, down inside.
And you know what? I know I did say they had a hard time running the ball, and they did. But as the game went on, but they did start off chumping the ball down the field. So I think Todd Monken and whoever's calling the plays did a good job mixing it up. Honestly, bro, like you got to be able to keep the toes, the defense guessing. Me personally, what you could do, like he did, he started out play action, boom, dot. You know what I'm saying? Then you get back, run the ball too. Throw. We got some success. Throw. Maybe that third one we gonna run, or we might throw it. But you mix it up, keep them guessing. Mix up the formations, and I think that's what's really keeping a lot of the. I mean, this first drive was keeping the defense on their toes, and that's just come down to how good of a play caller you are. Also you can't show too much preseason. People getting film on you, they getting an idea. The 2s and 3s out there, your starters not out there, so you keeping people healthy. But yeah, come on. This is good. It's a good play call.
The 5, good power run.
You just got to execute.
By the Browns.
All of them are going to go for a touchdown, but getting those 4, 5, 6-yard runs when they're available.
And here comes another. Sanders is going to be bottled up, and there is a loss. That is Landon Jackson.
I feel like right here, either the lineman had to have gotten whooped because they came straight through. Let me see. Where's 72? 72 on the end. You got 70, 66.
4, 5, 6-yard runs.
All right. He already going in that B gap. He already taking A.
They're available.
Oh, my God. I guess I don't know what Well, they on Buddy right here top. They double teaming him. But okay. So 70's supposed to just brush him and go to the linebacker second level. He's bang, you know. 72 is supposed to chip him. Let's see. Let's see how it play out. Oh my God. 72 just be getting his ass work. 48.
Here comes it.
48 did his job. Where did he come from? Hold on. Okay, let's see.
We're going to go for a touchdown, but getting those 4, 5, 6-yard runs when they're available.
Oh, he came. Okay, damn. He came down a big gap. So 70 got his ass smoked too. 72. 70. Let me see.
All of them are going to.
79 and 72, bro. They the weak links. So that tackle, both tackles is just dookie.
Go for a touchdown, but getting those 4, 5, 6-yard runs when they're available.
Oh my gosh. Both tackles. 48 did his job. Center did his job. The guard did his job. Yeah, bro.
And here comes.
They getting their ass. I know they finna get chewed up in film.
Comes another. Sanders is going to be bottled up, and there is a loss. That is Landon Jackson, second-year man.
Sorry, motherfuckers, man. Y'all gotta. Hey, look, I ain't never been big enough to play on the line. Never wanted to. I was always a skilled guy, but cuz y'all got to handle y'all wax, bruh. I don't understand. Like
Arkansas with the tackle. That's Luke Floria from Mentor High School in motion. Sanders, plenty of time back to the end zone. There's Floria.
that was good. That was great. I'm telling you, that was perfect. Let's see who. Let's see. See, you open up the defense right here, so they got to kind of. All right, they in shotgun. Let's back up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Let's do a little 5-on-4.
That is Landon Jackson, second-year man out of Arkansas with the tackle. That's Luke.
All right, look, like I said, 5-on-4. 1, 2, 3. Yes, sir. We got 5. This tight end finna go. Running back probably finna stay back there for protection. It depends on if he checked that. I don't remember if he checked and did max protect or he finna, you got receiver, you got receiver. They probably about to run. Let me see. So you got 5-on-4. You got 2 down linemen and 2 linebackers on the end. And I got a nickel in there. So they running a nickel package. They got them motherfuckers out there quick. Nah, they running a they running nickel because they running a 2-4. They're like a let me see how many DBs up there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, they got a nickel package in. I wonder what they base defense is. They run a lot of small ball, look like.
Floria from Mentor High School in motion.
Yeah, I mean, they got a good protection up there. You got the tight end. You got the running back from the chip cuz and get off. But yeah, it's a mismatch, bro. They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people down there against 4. Of course, y'all gonna win that. But then look how many DBs y'all got down there. DBs and receivers out. So somebody gotta make a play. It gotta be a hole in the zone. Cause they not running man. It's gonna be a hole.
Sanders, plenty of time back to the.
Yeah, they had a hole in the zone. But the crazy thing is, yeah, they just got busted.
For the touchdown.
Good play, man. I want to see where bro went though. Let's see where Buddy went. Where Floria at? Oh, he snuck behind there.
Sanders.
Yeah, they got this safety. Bond just sucked him up. And then you got look at DeMar Hamlin saying he telling him, hey, look, over here. You got Bond. I don't know where DeMar Hamlin's supposed to, because I can't tell what coverages is. Let me go back.
And Jackson, second-year man out of Arkansas.
It's probably cover 2. They probably running a 2.
With the tackle. That's Luke Floria from Mentor High School in motion. Sanders.
Yep. He fucked up. This safety came up. Bond fucked him up.
Plenty of time back to the end zone. There's Floria for the touchdown. A nice response by the Browns who marched down the field. And it's the local kid who gets the score. What a dream. 4 completions to 4 different receivers.
Yeah, nice job spreading the football around, but staying calm, cool, collected, and decisive in the pocket on that first drive.
Michael Coates Jr., another play, this one on special teams as he tackles Hardman. Just a 2-yard gain for Buffalo. Browns showing blitz. Here comes Watson on it. And yes, the Browns get it.
That's a good take, bro. That's what I've been wanting to see from them, bro. I understand it's the twos and shit, but bro, I want to see that. Okay, we got a corner, safety, linebacker. Look at this shit, bro. And you got a mismatch, bro. You got 11 personnel in, bro. You got a mismatch from O to D. So the numbers are in the offensive line and just who on the line right now favored.
Browns showing blitz. Here comes Watson on it.
Oh yeah. That was just a good take, bro. Oh my God. That's a great take.
Our game for Buffalo. Browns showing blitz. Here comes Watson on it. And yes, the Browns.
I confused the quarterback. That blitz messed him up. They got good pressure on him though. I ain't gonna lie.
It is Mike.
Let's watch him full time. No interruptions.
Blitz. Here comes Watson on it. And yes, the Browns get it. It is Mike Hall. The Cleveland native and former Ohio State Buckeye who's played just 17 games in 2 injuries.
They messed him up, bro. All them stunts and shit, and then that blitz coming.
Late season.
Mike Hall doing a great job. He's over here. He
Tackle got his butt whooped.
wins quickly to the inside. He sets up the right tackle.
Made with only 4 ingredients? Plus a dash of magic.
Natural bliss, unexplainably blissful.
In an empty backfield.
Hey. Jamori Macklin got to be. No, that ain't him. That's McCole Hardman. He might not be in the game right now.
Good time. He's going to hit it short. That is Davis.
Ah, you was there. You came up. You got to make that tackle, though. Let me see if he dropped his head. He was there, though. I'm talking about it was good for him, everything. He dropped his head, I believe.
Backfield. Good time. He's going to.
Look at him. Shuffle, feather down.
Hit it.
Drop. Oh, my God. He didn't put a pad on him for real, and he dropped his head and stopped moving his feet.
Short. That is Davis. Nice game. Betray Avery. And
59, lucky your linebacker was there to help you, though. But, yeah, I mean, he had everything. He feathered down. He just dropped his head. He really had the tackle. The tackle was his. That corner had the tackle. He had basically the form, everything, and just he dropped his head and didn't really get cross body. And he was the lowest man. He's supposed to win that.
2nd and 4 after the offside.
We got 11 personnel in.
Penalty on the Bills to conclude the first quarter. That's Raheem Sanders.
He getting them hard yards. You know, that's that old school football. I'm not mad at it. I just don't like. I like scattier backs. You know what I'm saying?
Moving forward and past.
I like backs like how Reggie Bush was.
The first down. Kyle Allen still at the controls. That's Frank Gore Jr. with his first carry of the day. Spins up to the
Chip off the old block.
35.
Now looking at things from the sideline, we're used to always looking at the end zone copy, so learning how to watch the game from the sideline is a big adjustment.
Way to come up. I like that. He filled the alley the right way.
Nice tackle there by McMillan and Tyler Hall.
Yeah, he filled the alley. That's how you supposed to fill the alley, cuz. It ain't got to be pretty. It don't have to be pretty. It don't have to be this big hit. You just got to make the play.
Yeah, things from the sideline we're used to always looking at the end zone copy, so learning how to watch the game.
Look at how he filled the alley. He almost over pursued though, but slow down.
From the sideline.
He had help.
That's a big adjustment.
Let me back up. He didn't fill the alley the right way, but he had containment. You know what I'm saying? He did over pursue a little bit, but he was there. And that's what you want to do. You want your ball, you want your defenders around the ball, bro. You know what I'm saying? He there. He didn't get the first down. It's going to be 3rd and 4.
Nice tackle there by McMillan and Tyler Hall as well.
Hold on now. I'll be wanting to get these formations down before I press play.
Hall as well.
I feel like Jamori Macklin out there. I think that's Cuz right there in front of that nickel. Yeah, man. Showing blitz. I wonder if they disguising it.
Plenty of time, goes across the middle, and that ball is incomplete. Really good coverage by the 4-year vet, Tyler Hall. Hall, a guy that's got a couple of rings as a practice squatter for the Rams, and for an answer.
That's all right. That's all right. Listen, I'm not mad at that. You know, you play for a roster spot. That's, you know, that's playing through the ball as a DB. DB is one of the hardest positions to play. Just like, you know, quarterback, you reacting to everything as a DB. And like they know where they going, you don't. But the fact that he was on top of him, jarred the ball loose, that's what you want out of your corner or your safety, bro. Just be there, bro. Like that's one of the hardest positions to play. Right now we are in 12 personnel, look like 12. Let's see how the push to get off.
I'll phone Chris Rose. I know you're the trivia master.
You stop that. Third drive for the Browns, Shedeur Sanders. Carson Ryan, the rookie.
Good ball.
Inside Bills territory on a nice play fake.
That's what you want to see, bro. Like, I ain't honestly. Honestly, bro, like, you know, let me see if he changed the play at the line. My bad. I'm going back and forth.
Hall, a guy that's got a couple of rings as a practice squatter for the Rams, and for an answer.
They probably changed it, but it's because they clipped this. Maybe you can't really tell, but I think this is one of the plays that he changed the line. Cause I watched this game again, like I said. So dude about 8 yards deep. Let's see. Like I said, we in 12 personnel.
I'll phone Chris Rose. I know you're the trivia master.
You know, the crazy thing is this linebacker coming off this edge, dog. If he was a dog, he could have got in Shedeur shit. I ain't gonna lie. But Shedeur, you know, the thing about Shedeur, man, that I really like is we understand that he's not fast, but he just know how to use his speed. He knows himself, and that's the thing when the media ask him all these questions. Oh yeah, he just like, man, I'm just comfortable myself and just playing within myself and my game and just getting better every day in every aspect of life. When you you're not trying to be something else that everybody else wants you to be, and you know what you're capable of, bro. You can pull stuff like this off. Period. And you know what I mean? Just go make plays, bro. That's the thing, bro. Go out there and make a play. You ain't gotta be the most athletic, bro. Everybody that played football, whether it was high school, college, whatever. You know, when I got to college, bro, I saw people that wasn't the most athletic, but they was technically sound, fundamentally sound. They wasn't more athletic than me, but they was technically sound. They was able to get out there and get some shit done. You know what I'm saying? I was extremely athletic. But I think what lacked my game was I just wasn't uh the most technically sound. I should have took, being a student of the game a lot more serious. And that's the difference maker, bro. Like size and then, you gotta have some got to overcompensate for another if you can't touch every note. And I think that was the most part that I was lacking on my game was I should have been more of a student of the game at the time. It wasn't until later on that I was able to get more studious when it came to the game. You know what I'm saying? As I got older and as I matured. You know what I'm saying? When I was younger, I wasn't as mature. And, just like how Shador got people in his area and people, pulling him and he got the right mentors. It was just me figuring it out, plus my coaches, versus, you having legends and stuff and you around certain people to be able to let you know, hey, you gotta be mature and you gotta be able to be a student of the game. I had that. I was more like kind of being like how AI was. I was like, practice? What the fuck is practice? You know what I'm saying? Although I practice hard, but the whole point of all this is knowing who you are as a player, bro, will help you make plays like this because he was supposed to be sacked behind the line for a sack. Honestly, look at this.
You stop that. Third drive for the Browns, Shedeur.
Bro took a bad angle, but Shedeur just, he did what he's supposed to do. That's knowing the game, knowing what you're doing, calling the audible. That's IQ. You can teach IQ, but you also can't. You know what I'm saying? Somebody gotta want that shit.
For the Rams and for an answer.
I'll
That's
phone
what I
Chris
love
Rose.
about Shedeur. That's what I love is, bro, he's smart, bro.
You're the trivia master.
You stop that. Third drive for the Browns, Shedeur Sanders. Carson Ryan, the rookie.
That also pays that's one thing I didn't do. I wasn't sitting at home in my damn binder. You get them thick ass binders or whatever, and I wasn't studying like that. I was doing everything else. I was out, of course, playing hard, practicing hard and shit, falling asleep in film study. That's what separates you from being the best and shit. You know what I mean? And I think that's what's gonna pay off for Shedeur is that, you know, he got all the resources he need, and plus, his daddy prime, bro. His daddy knows that, hey, you gotta be a student of this shit. You're not gonna be the best athletic, but where you do excel at, where you are exceptional at, you have to be the best at in that part. And that's him understanding that, not being the most athletic, but being technically sound is what's gonna separate him. Because as you know, you can see people that play in the league like Tom Brady. He wasn't the most athletic, but he was technically sound and he had high IQ. And a lot of times that's going and he worked hard. A lot of times that's gonna beat talent all day. Somebody that just work hard and know where to be. That's the most important thing that I could tell a lot of young athletes, and that's what Shador is doing, is knowing where to be, being where you're supposed to be, being where your feet are, and knowing where you're supposed to be. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure it's a lot of people out there that's just freaks in the NFL. Some people that like just not as athletic as other people. Because I played D2 football, you know what I'm saying? And it was some people that should have been in the league, but it was either they was too small or they didn't have it academically and they couldn't, stay on probation, or they just didn't have the IQ at the time, or they didn't have the right people around them. And I think that's what Shador got. That's what's making his game, and he has, you know, phenomenal arm talent, extremely accurate with the ball, but that IQ for Shador, A1, bro.
Side Bills territory on a nice play fake. How about left guard, left
That
tackle?
works too.
Okay.
73.
73, 75. All right, here's an end around. Isaiah Bond, the speedster. That's done well by the Bills defense.
Bro, flawlessly operated, bro. Like I said, bro, Shador's mechanics and his IQ, bro, is what's gonna keep him in this game a long time. And he only gonna get better. The more reps you get, the more you get out there to see it. And that gameplay is fast, bro. It's so fast, bro. It's different. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So the more he get out there and he get to, get consistent with his team, he get the bond, he get, from going from the second string to first string or whatever, or QB battle, and you getting the bulk of the reps and you getting able to build this chemistry, that's what's gonna take you to the next level. That I'm saying, like, that's what's gonna make, when you get 8, 9, 10 games in, and where all right, I know he running a post, and I know it called for 10 to 12 steps, but I know he cut it at 8 because of the corner he playing. Like, that's understanding your receiver, and then your quarter and your receiver understanding. Hey, I know he like for me to come like this because we know this. We watch this in film, and so that's the chemistry you got to build. And the more reps he get better. But you can see that he already calculating stuff like this, and that's what you want at a quarterback. You can't have people that's overly emotional charged. You got to have somebody that's well centered, high IQ, and ready to get out there and win y'all game.
Time right now to check in with Aditi Kinkabwala. That away. That's left guard on left guard crime. We don't like that. Shedeur Sanders on third and long. Delivers.
Hell of a ball. That's what I'm telling you, bro. Like, bro, understanding where you're supposed to be. Yes, sir. I love it. Hell of a ball. That was a dot, nigga. Like, my bad, y'all. But yeah,
Left guard crime. We don't like.
look, he got time. He got all the time in the world. His lineman doing his job. 72 starting to get his ass whooped again. But hey, he holding his own right now.
Shedeur Sanders on third and long. Delivers a strike.
That's what we want to see, cuz. I love that. All day. All day.
That is Floria again who scored the touchdown. Yes, now it is first down time for Shedeur.
Got another great pocket by the Browns offensive line, finding Luke Floria, who starts all the way on the left side of your screen, runs all the way across Shedeur Sanders.
And they got chemistry because I think they run a lot too, so they got a lot of good chemistry together. Like, he making them look good, they making him look good, man. No drop passes, bro. That's a blessing.
Looking,
dog.
waiting, finding the space in the zone coverage.
And Sanders continues to look sharp. That's Raheem Sanders trying to bust it outside.
That's what I didn't like when I seen it. I think he took the wrong read, dog. You know what I'm saying? He tried to beat him to the outside, bro. Like, come on, run it back. I want y'all to see that again.
That's Raheem Sanders.
Look at that. Me personally, in the moment you gotta make your move, bro. Because you know what I'm saying. I probably would have kept pushing out this way because he already over pursued, bro. He was already breaking down right here, right? He look at him. I probably would have kept going out and then cut up. Look,
Sanders,
he was ready. Cut up would have got you, you know what I'm saying? He had help on the inside, but bruh, fuck it. Cause look at this. I mean, either way, he was kind of.
and Sanders continues to look sharp. That's Raheem Sanders trying to bust it outside. Tripped up.
That was a good tackle though, bruh. I ain't even mad at Raheem. I think that he could. I mean, we Monday morning quarterbacking right now. It was just a good open field tackle, but I feel like he could have did something else.
Davidson Igbinosun. Sanders looking left, now to the middle of the field. Ball popped in the air, and it is.
This was the one. They gave DeMar Hamlin a pick. He was where he needed to be, though. Look at this shit.
Now to the middle
It was a little behind him.
of the field. Ball popped in the air, and it is.
But you got to catch those. It ain't like it was drastically far behind, bro. Like, I feel like Shedeur probably could have placed that mug, like, when he get up there, he probably could have placed it a little in front of him. But I guess he just didn't want to get crushed by the safety over there or that linebacker. That's hospital ball, bro. You just trying to get his ass nailed. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But, bro, you got to catch them, bro. Your hands touch. You got to grab that. You know what I'm saying? Dude try to catch it like this, honestly, bro. You had to, you running, bing. He try to catch it like this. You going to pop it up every time. Look at it.
Looking left, now to the
Look how he try to catch
middle
it.
of the field. Ball popped in the air, and it is intercepted. It is picked off by the Bills' DeMar Hamlin.
Bro, Cub was sitting on the sideline like this. He knew it was him. He know he going to have to pay for it. But it's all good, though.
Browns had a good thing going. Ball a little bit behind.
He know. Yes, the ball was behind him, bro, but he could have caught it. It was a catchable ball. And that's the thing about, when you playing receiver or you playing running back or lineman or whomever, give your quarterback a chance. Just like the quarterback, give your receiver a chance. Dog, we could sit here and nitpick this play all day. That was a catchable ball. Yes, it was behind him, but you put your hands on it, you got to catch it, dog. You got to bail somebody out because the ball's not going to be perfect. And, again, bro, we ain't going to say it slipped. I think he placed it how he wanted to place it. I think he was trying to protect his receiver and not get him killed. Protect his tight end, not get him killed, bro. You know what I'm saying? So you just got to be able to understand that, bro. When you go back and look at it, hey, man, shit happens. It's football. But bro he had a dime of a day. I'm talking about ace of a game. He was 8-8 before that. Then he went 8-9 with that. It was a terrible penalty to have though, like on that shit. In the aspect of like, okay, you could say he threw it behind him, but bro, what was he thinking, bro? He probably was thinking, hey, cuz I'm not trying to get him killed right now. I don't want to sacrifice his body. I'm gonna give him a break, bro. And tight end didn't execute. He popped it up. Man, he could have just instead of trying to catch it like he looked. I'm telling you, that's why it went up. This wouldn't have made the ball go up like that. It went. He tried to catch it like this instead of catching it like that. We go back and look at it.
Davidson Igbinosun. Sanders looking left, now to the middle of the field. Ball popped in the air.
You can see it.
Intercepted. It is picked off by the Bills' DeMar Hamlin.
You can see it.
Browns had a good thing going. Ball a little bit behind his.
He thought he was gonna be able to grab it like this and tuck it instead of bang. That was honestly, bro. That was user error. Tight end fault. I understand it was behind, but he tried to lead. He tried to help you out. If he was gonna lead you, you was gonna be on a stretcher somewhere, cuz. I know they saying, everybody not really ragging on him for the interception. Everybody's saying this, it was behind with a tight end fault. You should have caught it, but it was how he tried to catch it. I'm telling you, bro.
Receiver, and Buffalo takes over.
That's crazy.
Every coffee, a new world. Espresso. What else?
Kyle Allen remaining in the game. And off the Gore, who gets
That's a good hit.
nothing.
I'm talking about pot his ass. I thought he fumbled when he hit his ass when I was watching the game yesterday. He smacked his ass. Who hit his?
The game. And off the Gore, who gets
That was a nice little touch.
nothing. Back to the interception, Joe. 2nd and 8 for the Bills. Under 4 minutes to go in the first half. Allen looking down the field for Sherfield, and he gets it.
That's a good catch. Knocked his mouthpiece out, and he smacked his ass. Look at him. Hey, 17 coming downhill, though. Look at him.
4 minutes to go in the first half.
Get out of the way.
Allen looking down the field for Sherfield,
Bun.
and he gets it.
Look at that one. Yeah, I know. That motherfucker hurting, ain't it?
Allen looking down the field for Sherfield, and he gets it. Nice pitch and catch. As the veteran gets the ball up to the 39. Gain of 20.
Got Trey Avery in coverage here.
That's what I want to see. That's why I miss football. Put a shoulder pad on cuz.
And he's running all the way across.
Gore in the backfield. It's an end around to Mecole Hardman. The speedster only gets
Hey, 31 was back at it again. He's about ready to put a hat on cuz. I'm telling you.
a couple. Sanders dumps it down to Booth, and he is going to be tied up. Joe Andreessen, the first to hit it.
Bro, that's supposed to be the flag. Look at the ref. The ref just getting up. That's why I won the flag. The ref on the ground. The ref on his back.
Booth,
Look at him.
and he is going to be tied up. Joe Andreessen, the first.
Not the ref slip and then miss the call, bro. That shit weak. Honestly, it shouldn't have been a turnover down. They should have got 15 yards for that shit. The ref done slipped and shit and missed the whole play. That's fucked up.
Sanders dumps it down to Booth, and he is going to be tied up. Joe Andreessen, the first
That's a missed call, bro.
to hit him, and then a second shot as well, maybe even a yard or two out of bounds.
That's why he didn't call his ass on the ground. Man, I would have been pissed. Fucked up, bro. That's shit that can't happen, dog. That stuff can't happen, brother.
TV rookie.
In the helicopter?
Oh, yeah. First connection for Allen as he hits Hardman.
Looking here, Cleveland still got 3 timeouts as well. If they're able to get a stop here, don't be surprised if they use a timeout. Try to get Shedeur another chance at 2 minutes.
Allen down the road.
Jamori Macklin. I'm telling that boy running mean-ass routes. Jamori Macklin. Kentucky, University of Kentucky. He went to North Texas, too. Jeremy Macklin's nephew, I think.
Timeouts as well. If they're able to get a stop here, don't be surprised if they use a timeout. Try to get Shedeur another chance at 2 minutes.
Allen down the right side, and that is a connection. Gain of 37. Clock still running.
Personally, I think Jamori Macklin gonna be a good addition for the Bills receiving room, bro. Bro, he nice. He work hard and he got a good work ethic, bro. Hey, y'all got his YouTube channel. Check him out, bro. He got some good route videos. Teach y'all young receivers how to run certain routes and rocker steps and stuff.
Ilstra gets it out of bounds at about the 10. So clock stopped with 21 ticks left. Quick hitter to the left. And it's Hardman. Dances his way into the end zone.
Bro, you gotta, bro, where was safety at, cuz? Safety's supposed to put one on, cuz. Come on, bro. Okay, McNeil Warren, where you at?
Quick hitter to
Oh, he got took out by a lineman.
the left. And it's Hardman.
And he slipped.
Dances
Oh, nah. Did he
his way into the end zone for a touchdown. With an overtime score.
Bro, you gotta have somebody fit. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I done been there before where a lineman, when lineman coming out, 2 of them, they trying to bust your shit. They big as hell, bro. I was just 200. Y'all about 360. 2 of y'all. Man, of course. But hey, McNeil Warren wasn't scared though.
This little tunnel screen here where you're going to just fire the ball out to your slot receiver.
They didn't really put nothing on him. So he did what he's supposed to do. He just, you feel me?
Quickly, you're going to try to get 3 linemen
Mine slip.
out in front. Bills do a nice job with the timing. That's really what determines the success or failure of those quick tunnel screens.
As Marshall remains in the game and
Okay, we got Deshaun Watson in. Let's see.
he gets the handoff. Bottled up nicely by
First play of the game, they got him in there. They run the ball. They Got him relaxed a little bit. Had to ease him up.
That Buffalo defense. T.J. Parker, the second-round pick out of Clemson, and Solomon there.
Running outside the pocket and throwing the football down the field.
3rd and 12 for Watson out of the shotgun. Looking, throwing, ball tipped in the air. And
Terrible throw. What I think he should have did right here. And I know he's trying to flex his arm a little bit, but me personally, watch. And I think he did this on the 3rd play where he ran.
Inside the pocket and throwing the football down the field.
3rd and 12 for Watson.
They open this pocket up. If you're not throwing it, I don't know if
Out of the shot.
that tight end or tight end ain't done with his route, bro, would have took the fuck off. Deshaun Watson, gotta remember, he's still fast. And that's the thing. When you got feet, the defense gonna worry about your feet, dog. They gonna worry if you got feet or not. They gonna worry if you can run. So then you gotta get a spot going, or you gotta do a quarterback contain, or you gotta run certain coverages that's gonna limit you getting busy on your feet. And I think honestly, right here, Deshaun Watson should have just took off. Look at this pocket. He could have, and he shifted, so he could have got up and got the fuck out. Look. He took too much time. He had that whole alleyway right here, cuz.
Looking, throwing, ball tipped in the air, and incomplete as he was.
At least got a 6-yard slid. Got up, did it again. I mean, of course, I understand 3rd and 12, bro. You couldn't do 6. You got to go for 12, but you got to make a play, cuz. That was a terrible ball to throw. You know what I'm saying? You should have just, man, you dynamic. Deshaun Watson is dynamic enough to go make a play.
Looking, throwing, ball tipped in the air.
And I think that's his problem. He ain't being dynamic enough.
And incomplete as he was looking for Gage Larbanan. 3 and out for Cleveland.
Browns offensive line doing
Let's see it from this way.
a nice job in protection, giving Watson.
Bruh, look. This DB's about to take cuz out here, right here. You got the middle, and you got here.
Some plenty of time. Bill.
Man, he could have shook off on his ass. I ain't gonna lie. I probably would have took this way. Yeah, they would have came up. You was gonna have to do something. You was gonna have to get real glitchy. But I would have took the fuck off. And I understand it's preseason, but hell, go make a play, or at least try to. And that I wouldn't have put that ball in there. Look at that tight window. You got here, and even though he reacting to this, it's just not. Look how it closes quick.
Bills are blanketing
Actually,
coverage.
I stand corrected. That's a good defensive play, but I still wouldn't have threw that shit. He thought that window was just still too tight, and he stirred him down the whole time.
Gage Larbanan. 3 and out for Cleveland.
Browns offensive line doing a nice job in protection, giving Watson plenty of time. Bills are blanking.
Yeah, bro, I wouldn't have threw that. Double coverage, and you stirred him down the entire time. I would have took off running, Gus.
Coverage with a zone there and really nowhere to go, and kind of forces the football in between.
Like I told you, he forced it. I mean, it could have been cool, but it was just double coverage. It was forced. I would have took off running, bro. That's what and shit, if you slid, if they was about to hit you, so you wouldn't take the unnecessary hit, but, bro, like, go make a play.
2 defenders, not a great throw. Ball passes, bounces up in the air, and those are dangerous ones, as we saw in the
competition between Shedeur Sanders and Deshaun Watson. How quickly will this team make a decision?
Chris, ultimately that'll be Coach Monkey's call. We think that, Mike has the ability to be one of our more dynamic rushers, and he's probably one of the few guys that we've had that.
Okay. See, people complaining about people getting first down. Man, I'm just glad he made a tackle. This shit gonna happen, but, you got to make tackles like that. He there. Number 29 been having a game.
Has versatility to rush on the outside. I wasn't like that. I was probably a little bit more your punt returner, gunner type.
Pass, nails it, and just sneaks it inside the upright. Need to be joined here in the booth by Andrew Berry, the architect of your Cleveland Browns, who are down 10 here, midway through the 3rd. That's Cole Wilson bringing it past the 30, the 35, and the 40.
Boy, it's hard to break them right now. It used to be back in the day, you could just crack them shits off, but it's harder with this new return thing.
Maybe because in Casey was an underclassman, but that were playing pretty good in the fall and made a play for the draft. And I remember watching this film, on night
Okay, 11 personnel.
one, we actually made a couple of calls to try to trade back into the back.
I don't know what cuz was throwing that right there. Maybe it slipped. I think the ball might have slipped.
We weren't able to strike a deal.
Boston probably shaking his head because they was booing. That shit wasn't cool. And it was like third down, I believe.
Back into the back end of round one for him. We weren't able to strike a deal.
Have to get up to the 21 to get a first down. Pressure. Buchel throws it incomplete. Nice defense.
He also probably, honestly, Boston probably also hated to see him to go out like that too. You know what I'm saying? It was like it's a lot. That's what the biggest thing that I've when I be watching these videos on YouTube and I be watching a lot of like these other like people react to like these games and these highlights and just like their take just because they biased on one person, bro. I love Shedeur, bro. You know what I'm saying? I've been following him since Coach Prime had that show when he was a young man. I've been following him his whole way through high school, college, all that when he was at Truth. I think is like a lot of people that react to this stuff, they've never played football before. Because you could tell like people like Shannon Sharp and like Debo and Joe and Ocho Cinco and all them, they when they have their opinions, they are careful with what they say because they play the game and they understand, you know, they play the game at the highest level, so they understand like, bruh, you can't just be. Of course, you can have an opinion. It's almost like journalism, but you can't just be saying off the wall shit, dog. Like just because your players, in a quarterback battle, you don't like how they doing them and stuff like that. We can be fans of somebody and still be decent human beings. And I think I watch a lot of these channels that be like reporting on this stuff, and I'm like, oh, report the real. But I just don't like all the sarcasm, bro, because again, these people out here, bro, like mental health is real. It is football. And like I said, I saw what Deshaun said in his pressure. Do I think he, what I mean? You got to be you. Be truly authentic to you. If that's what you feel like you should have said, that's cool too. But I just think a lot of these people that have these crazy takes, bro, they ain't never played ball. And if they did play ball, they just, not to say they didn't play at a high level, it's like, bro, people being insensitive, bro. You can still like who you like, you know what I'm saying? And still be fair and keep it real. You know what I'm saying? But I think the biggest thing is uh a lot of people just being hella insensitive. I'm a Shedeur fan through and through, cuz. That's who I want to win the battle. And he probably did win it with this one, especially after Bro's performance. But I just think all the extra remarks that you say, bro, is just lame as hell. That shit nerd behavior. You know what I'm saying? How about you get out there and see what you get? Let's see you get cracking. Oh, what? You ain't. So, nigga, be kind. You know what I'm saying? Be kind. I hate like people out here just dogging buddy though. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we could keep it 100, and like who we like without being disrespectful.
By the Browns, installed across Northeast Ohio since the program was first launched a decade ago. Browns down 10 midway through the third. Watson on for his third series. Throws a strike to Malachi.
That's a good ball, bro.
Corley up near the 40 and a first down. Best ball of the afternoon for Deshaun Watson.
See, I think the biggest thing is him getting this rhythm too. You know what I'm saying? I think, I don't know if it was an excuse what he said about his Achilles and they booed when they cheered when he tore his Achilles. All the other stuff he had going on, like he was hurt, all this other shit. I think that stuff is kind of lame. Like you booing somebody tear their Achilles. But I think Deshaun, even though he said he didn't care, I think he in his head a lot. And I think that's one of the biggest reasons why he kind of had the issues that he had today. This is his first game back in Brown Stadium where he tore his Achilles. So it could have been a little bit of nerves, man. And I think the coaches could probably take that into consideration, but after what he said yesterday, and that pressure might have just ruined it, dog. I really think that's what it was. It was probably his nerves. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Browns receivers, two guys to the left, both of them running posts. The initial post runs right through the defense.
A whole bunch of bonding. Todd Monken made sure they were expensive meals. Guys talked about how much fun it was. Is that the sort of thing that matters? Does it feel like guys are driving a little bit beyond just what you see on the field?
Yeah, the room feels good. I talked to a lot of the linemen, and they're doing
terrible. I don't know why he threw that shit.
Some really good things on and off the field, but they feel close. They feel like it's coming together. And
if a receiver gets two hands,
okay, I see what he's seeing right now.
Hands on a ball, and
but he don't see this. He don't see this DB right here lurking. You see that DB right there? He didn't see him. I think he was just following his receiver in that one safety. Look.
If a
all right.
Receiver gets gets 2 hands
Yeah, he wasn't paying attention.
on a ball.
He stared him down the entire time. He stared him
It does
down
indeed
the
elevate.
entire time, bro. He could have checked down right here. Look at him.
Receiver gets 2 hands on a ball and does indeed.
Yeah, he didn't see the DB right there, that corner.
Receiver gets 2 hands on a ball and does
He stared him down the entire time, of course. You had, buddy.
indeed elevate for it. Don't you sort of expect him to come down with it or bat it down so nobody else can get it?
Yeah, you hope to make the play. It's NFL. You hope these receivers make.
He clearly should
That one on the receiver, that was a bad ball. And he didn't see that corner come out of there that, you know.
have because it resulted in interception.
Yeah, Gage Larvidan, by the way, listed at 5'8". There is
Jamori Macklin, that nigga is cold. I told y'all, Jamori Macklin, the truth.
He shouldn't have because it resulted in interception.
Yeah, Gage Larvidan, by the way, listed at 5'8". There is a connection to Macklin. He's got space, and he's going to go the distance.
Jamori Macklin cold, bro. I'm telling you, he was straight in North Texas and Kentucky, bro. Hey, they picked a nice little. I'm glad he doing this thing, bro. He deserve it. He deserve it. I want to see that route again.
Touchdown for Jamori Macklin, the rookie out of Kentucky. And yes, that is Jeremy Macklin's cousin.
Oh, it's his cousin, not his nephew. I thought that was Jeremy Macklin's nephew, but yeah, it's his cousin.
Got the Bills receiver over here on the right side running a deep over. Unfortunately, coverage right there by number 47, Tyron Herring. Just not close enough, not able to run with that offensive receiver. And once the ball is caught and the two Browns defenders run into each other, here's number 41, Christopher Edmonds.
All of the practices and everything we don't see behind the scenes. And how important is that sort of stuff, Joe, when they're making a decision?
Yeah, I mean, even somebody that knows the game, when you're just watching the tape, you'll never know what the coaches are telling your quarterback, what they want to see from them, where they want their eyes, how they're going through their progressions. And you start moving, there's a little delay, and usually that delay is timed up with the football being snapped. And so having that consistent rhythm and cadence is so important for us to be able to do our job up front. And then along with that, it's really important, competitive joint practices. But there was some great back and forth. Of course, Josh Allen always gets his. But overall, the Browns move.
I like it. Thing about Deshaun, what I wish Deshaun would do is just get on his feet, bro. I understand I think he had ruptured his Achilles twice. You know what I'm saying? But it's probably more of a mental thing he got to kind of play through. But I feel like Deshaun just kind of got to use them feet, dog. Go boogie somewhere. Go boogie. That's what you got to do. Go boogie. You get out there, you go boogie. We good. And I think that's what would separate Deshaun from Shedeur is if he used his feet a lot more. But I understand he older now. He done hurt himself. He's just trying to get back in the rhythm. He ain't played in 2 years. You know, a lot can come into play, but you got to go boogie, bro. Because I feel like once you kind of start running around there and, you know, you see these hoes just get loose and go make a play, they going to ease up a little bit. They gonna want to come and they ain't going to know what to do. You can have your way with them. And I think I really did think that's what Todd Monken likes about Deshaun, because he is more mobile and he got a strong arm. It's just, bro, he just got to, you know, get back in his mojo, honestly.
Football, they got some great pressure from the defensive line. Offensive line was moving people on defense.
Bills bringing 4. And number 4.
Like right there, bro. I understand you want to throw, but, bro, you got 6 yards right here, cuz. Go make a play. Go be athletic. I think he really is like, bro, he don't want to get hurt again. I understand.
People on defense.
Bro, look at this shit.
Bills bringing.
Look at this. Watch this.
4.
Go get busy. Fuck throwing it. Go get busy. Cuz Phil, 69 got your back. Go work. You got that whole sideline right. Yeah, they going to come up, but you got to get a nigga like, one of them. First down.
And number 4, incomplete behind Floria, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
Right then, I was just talking to God. I'm like, he knows what I'm able to go out here and do. I'm just a vessel. He just gonna shine through me.
Are you antsy for a decision, or are you fine with how long this rolls?
So you get a little glimpse into the world of Shedeur Sanders, who says he doesn't like the internet, social media. Interesting place, no question about it. Meantime, the Bills are moving right down the field, and Buechele gets in to the end zone for another Buffalo touchdown. Consecutive weeks where the Browns' backups in the second half have struggled, Joe.
Yep, this is kind of a play action pass off of a little duo concept, and then you get the quarterback to roll out. He's got the opportunity to either, as you're looking at, hey, what do we want to do at the beginning of the season? We want to make sure if Shedeur's the guy, it's his second year, not as much experience. We want to make sure that everybody on this team knows that we're not playing for next year. We're trying to
Good run, baby. I like that.
win right now. Hey, are we actually ready on Monday to be able to name a starting quarterback?
Yeah, nah, like, you know, the good thing is that I like to see is that Deshaun and Shedeur was able to kind of kiki. You know what I mean? They was able to kiki and on the sideline. And you got to understand that they not letting the media get in between them. I think that's the big thing. Like you got to be cohesive. You can like who you like without being disrespectful. And I understand that they having a quarterback battle. This is the league. It's just part of it. It's what's gonna happen. I think you got to be able to you know what I'm saying, you know, be cohesive and stick together and support your brothers and support your team and be able to pick them up when they, you know, they going through stuff. You obviously know that they going through a lot, both of them, Shador and Deshaun, and even Dylan Gabriel. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff that they had going on last year with Kevin Stefanski, and just like being shunned by the NFL to now. You know what I mean? Like they like, all right, yeah, we think he can do it, and then Deshaun having all his stuff going on and all this little controversy. So, you know, I think I think just remembering that this is a team sport and just being there for your team and not being like fall a victim to how predatory that the industry could be is good. Like be a teammate, love your brother, and just play ball, bro. You know all this other media stuff is what it is, media. Now I just it's just the just being a former player, bro. Like high school and college and stuff like that. It just warms my heart to see that that's what's going on. You know what I'm saying? You gotta ignore all the other shit, bro. It's gonna be articles. It's gonna be a lot of crazy stuff out there, but you gotta just go play your game, be where your feet are, and be and allow God to use you like He's supposed to, and then everything else will fall where it need to fall. Cuz. Well, it's your friendly neighborhood player partnership with Hustle. Thank you for stopping through. Hopefully that you maybe enjoyed this discussion that we had and us me being able to review this film, this game film, and go from there. But hey, if you have any type of commentary or whatever, man, hey, feel free to drop it in the comments. And if you have anything you want me to review next or react to next, let me know. Let's go. It's after the whistle though.